Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Mokhohlwe. I'm back again with another video. Shoo. I hope the previous video was very impactful. It made your journey easy. It helped you in some way. And today's video, it's gonna be about Standard Chartered Bank. I don't know if many of you are aware of this bank, but it's situated in Johannesburg, Sandton, and I came across it while I was like looking for internships. I was just applying and looking for opportunities. At first, I came across its internship. I guess I didn't read through it properly. I thought it was like a normal internship whereby you do 12 months and all that. But as soon as I applied and I went back to actually see what's with this opportunity, I realized that it's a 10-week opportunity and it's for people that are in their second year, third year, and fourth year. And I just realized that I don't qualify. And I realized that I don't qualify when I finished like all the assessments and the digital interview, and someone from their team reached out to me to say, what is your completion date? When did you graduate? And then I just went back to check only to find out, nope, I don't qualify. I don't think they'll take me. So I'm going to talk about both programs because their application process is the same. They opened, I don't know, but I saw the opportunity around January, and now their grad program is also open, and I think everything is going to close on the 31st of March or something. So the application process for both programs is the same up until step 5. I'm not sure. I'm just going to talk about the steps that will make you get to at least step 6 and then to step 7, which is like an offer, right? So there is an internship and then there is a graduate program. An internship is for those that are doing their second year, their third year. That's just one. It's more like vacation work. That's what the Big Four call it. Yeah, vacation work, where you go to the company around June and then you do your 2 weeks. And then if they like you, they're going to put you in their program the following year, their graduate program if you're in your final year. And then it's 10 weeks, you get paid, you get job training and all that. If they like you also, they might give you like an offer to a job, a position or whatever. That's up to you and how you do in your performance. And then the grad program is for those who have graduated, obviously. If you have graduated or you're in your final year. If you're in your final year this year, you apply for grad program for next year, right? So you also, it's 18 months, and then you also get like a salary, some benefits and all that. If you go to their website, they've just listed everything that you need to know about the internship and the grad program. But I'm just gonna go through the process just to make it a little bit easy for you. So if you're in your final year, I'll advise you to check out like the bank, and if you're interested in banking, just to look and see if you really would love to work there. All right, so let's get to the application process. So as soon as you apply, there's different assessments that you do, and if you pass assessment 1, you're gonna get the next assessment. If you pass assessment 2, you're gonna get another assessment. So there are 3 assessments. So the first one, after you send in your application and you fill in your details and everything, you're gonna get the first assessment, which is a psychometric test, which is like games, right? I believe it's just psychometric test, just that they've gamified it, right? So you're gonna do the games, you're gonna just take your time, you're just gonna try move at least faster so that your report is a little bit like, positive, right? You're gonna just try to do the games. At some point I felt so annoyed, I wanted to quit, but I had to just keep on going because the games are like 16 and you don't know how long like the first game will take and the second game or whatever, but you just have to keep on going. Like it takes a lot of times, but if you want it, you have to keep going, right? And then if you pass it, if I think their system, they've just literally put in the requirements they need, and then the system will just pick up that from the games that you played, and then it will move you to the next stage. So after you get your report, you'll get another, if you pass, you get another email to say that you've moved through to the next phase, which is the, I think they call it something behavioral test. Yeah, they call it behavioral test. And then the behavioral test, there's no way you can cheat, guys. There's no way you can cheat unless you can ask someone to help you. Like, I don't know, but I did it alone. So their behavioral tests are video based. You have to watch a video, which is a bank scenario. They're just gonna give you certain scenarios, certain problems, certain challenges. You're gonna watch videos and act like you're the person that's working on that situation, and then you just have to choose which option is more effective and which one is less effective. So you have to be careful what you choose. You have to read through everything, and there is no way you can cheat. You just have to listen attentively and think to yourself, if I was in this situation, what was I gonna do, right? And then just choose the method that you feel like they're more effective. You are not like forced to choose like more effective, like a lot of more effective, and you just choose. If you think the 3 options are more effective, choose them. If you think one is less, choose it. Like, just make sure you don't, like, even if the options are more effective, choose them and say more effective. And then that's all. Like, there's no sort of like procedure or cheat into this one. Like, this one, you just have to listen attentively, go with your intuition, just put yourself in the situation and then choose, right? If you make it through, you're gonna move to their digital interview, which I think is the scariest one for all of us. I feel like it's the scariest one for me because I've done a lot of digital interviews, and I don't know, some I just didn't enjoy them. I just didn't enjoy the pressure of answering and seeing the question and then having to prepare the answer in three minutes, right? But I did it anyway. I was very demotivated. I remember when I was doing the behavioral assessment, when I was in question number 5, I was like, I'm not gonna do this, but I just kept on going. So also the visual interview, I did it on my last day, but yeah, I did it. It was like 4 questions, and there's nothing difficult. I feel like the only thing about it, digital interviews, that you see the questions like now, and then you have like that time pressure to prepare your answer. But they were just asking why Standard Chartered, what is it that you did to research about the company, and they just asked like the star questions, like behavioral situational questions, like what challenge did you experience, like when did you work on a team, and how did you handle time pressure. Like, they just ask like common questions that they ask in normal like digital interviews. I feel like they repeat themselves like all the time, so you have to always be ready for why the company, what did you do to research about it, tell us about a time where you worked on a project and you experienced like challenges, when did you work on a team and to achieve a task, like how do you manage like pressure, like, and all that. And that there were like 4, but they had like little questions, like it was one question but it has like certain other like 3 questions in one question, but it wasn't that bad. And then after the digital interview, right now I'm still at the digital interview, so I don't know my fate. But I want to tell you something. Because a lot of people get confused, right? So if you did the digital interview, if you did the psychometric tests like games, and you didn't receive an email to move you forward to the next task, consider that as a fail, right? Because they use those tasks to like shortlist, so that people that get to the digital interview, they are able to just shortlist them, like there's not so many. So if you made it to the game and then you don't get an email for the other behavioral test, you're gonna get a reject email. It means you haven't passed. If you make it through the behavioral test and you don't get an invite for the digital interview, it means you haven't made it through, because immediately when you pass like the behavioral test, they move you through to the digital interview, to the next step. Until the digital interview, your digital interview is the end of your process, and then you wait for the response from the team, whether you've made it through to the assessment center or not. I'm not sure if internships has assessment centers, but I know with graduate program they do have assessment centers. So you get an invite to assessment center. There are 3 interviews. There is a case study, there is an interview with a person, and then there is presentation. I guess they'll give you all the information about it on your email, and then you'll be able to prepare yourself, and that's your final stage. Like if you make it to the assessment center, that's your final stage, and then they are gonna tell you whether you passed or not, you got the offer or not, and then that's the end of your application process. Like, you just have to make sure that when you do all the assessments, you make sure that you get the digital interview. And I know most of us don't get through the digital interview, but we are always so grateful when we get there, because every day we try, like we get used to the process of doing all these things, right? So that's all about Standard Chartered. The program starts in July 2025 for the grad program, and then for the internship it starts in June. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please share with people that really want opportunities, really want to ease the experience of applying. They don't know which opportunities to go for, and they just are not familiar with the application process, or maybe it's difficult. The application process is difficult for them because wow, there's a lot that goes on when applying. So I love you guys so much. Bye.